Brigadier General Brian P. Cummings, Program Executive Officer for Soldier, to officiate the promotion ceremony for Captain, soon-to-be Major, Darian L. Butler, who will be promoted to his new rank in a few moments. We're also honored to have some very special guests of Captain Butler's. His parents, Mr. Larry Butler and Mrs. Anita Butler, welcome. And his sister, Ms. Audra Butler from McLean, Virginia. Welcome our special guests. In addition, PM Soldier Weapons would like to extend our thanks to everyone else present, and thank you for joining us today. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce the host of today's ceremony, Brigadier General, soon to be Major General, Brian P. Cummings.
So Darian, it is an honor to promote you today to the fantastic rank of being a field grade officer to the grade of major. We were talking a little bit earlier that when it was a private, I said, what was it like when you saw a major? Your response was, I was scared to death, terrified of the guy. Okay? So now you get to be the guy everybody was afraid of. It's amazing when you think about that, like we talked about. It's wonderful to have your family here today. Larry, Anita, and Audra, thank you so much for being here as well. It was wonderful to talk to the family because you get a sense of where people came from or why you have the outproduct of, I know you have great stories on Darian. Ma'am, if we ever get a chance later on, I'll have a beer and you can share them with me. And this next promotion, we'll tell more stories. But it's nice to hear about where our officers come from and our great ones, to think you're going to have a major in the Army that came out of your family. And to hear from the family that we have is a family of service. Now, one thing with Mr. Butler is you don't have a conversation with him. I think he talked to me for about 25 minutes straight, and no one else got to say anything in the room because he likes to talk a lot. But the reason why he was talking a lot is he's bragging about his family and his job that he has with the Department of Education and how much he's out there helping young people as they're going to college. And he was reflecting back on all the people's lives that he made an influence on and what they became. And as he reflects back and looks at his life, what a great difference that he made in their lives and the service that he provides. And then, ma'am, also with you, working in social work of services and all the things that you must do with families and see, and all the hardships you have and all the things to make their lives better. I know that there are ones you can't help, but you're always out there trying to help all of them. But on all the ones that you do help, thank you so much for your service, for what you do. It's a never-ending battle, and God bless you for that as well. And then also, Audra, for what you do, working with in a more of a geriatric environment, not to in a hospice-like thing, but to help people as they're getting older and they're rehabbing and getting back out on their lives to be able to do things in the world. And so when you take a look at the family and you look at the contributions and working out to help others and make other lives better, I can see where you had such a wonderful son and brother in Darian and come in the Army, and that's where our finest come from. And then I also asked the question I always ask is, where was the military connection? And both grandfathers, World War II veterans. See what's happening in the Army is we're kind of, in the military, we're producing our own, and they're being brought up in the value system installed by their families to join and be able to contribute and do things for others. It's really installed strongly in your family, and it's installed in your son as well. So today, it's wonderful to have your family here today, but it's also an honor to promote you to the rank of field grade to major. And I know that you look back and you think, oh my goodness, okay, of course your dad replaced me already. You're going to be the new general now, so yes, he told me. It's fine. And we're having fun with that. But it is amazing when you reflect back on all those things that you do. You know, when we're in there talking about when you reflect back on your life, of all the things that you go through and the experiences that you have, and they're just untradeable because they're embedded inside you and you keep them for the rest of your life. And even your adversities make you a stronger person. And so as you reflect back on all those times when you started as a private and all the decade and a half of service to your country, today as you go back and relax and rejoice about your promotion, think about all those things that you went through. But it's not what's more important than the experiences you had, it's what you're going to do, okay? And for all of us in this business, very smart people that are in it, our officers do very well and go on and serve and do greater things. It's more about the things that you are going to do. Okay, Darian has the potential to go on from here not only be a major, but then a lieutenant colonel, and then a product manager, and then beyond. And that's what he's going to go do. And then being here with this great workforce that we have, and the great things you do here at Picatinny, one of our most sacred jobs that we have in developing our weapon systems, we greatly appreciate everything you're doing here, Darian. So on behalf of Mr. White, and soon to be Dr. Jetty, and Miss Easter, who, God bless us, we're going to get her to visit today. It's an honor to promote you to major today. And being a major is no small deal, okay? Being a field grade officer, people will look at you differently, talk to you differently than being a company grade officer. Don't be worried about that, Earl and Christina and Wes and Nate, okay, and all the other captains in the room. You're going to be standing up here soon as well to put that rank of major on you, and well deserved it is. So it's an honor to give you that gold oak leaf today. And I look more forward to what you're going to do than what you have done. You have a long future left in the Army, and I'm going to be proud to be serving alongside with you. So with that, let's what's the next step, sir?
Well, we would ask the
Then let's
Butler
do
family
that.
to join you
Let's join.
in promoting Captain Butler.
See, sir, we can't have you give a speech because we haven't got much time left. Okay. If I get him rolling, you guys will laugh. He's on it. Okay.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Attention to orders. The President of the United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Darian L. Butler. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, he is therefore promoted to major effective 1 December 2017 by order of the Secretary of the Army, the Honorable Mark T. Esper.
I told you the good thing was, you know how when you do the straps on how it's always they fall off and everything? So at least we did the right clothing today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, General Cummings will administer the oath of office to Major Butler. The administration of the oath of office is required by law upon the acceptance of an officer appointment. Upon completion of his commissioning, Captain Butler accepted his officer appointment as a second lieutenant in the United States Army Ordnance Branch. Although not required to administer the oath at promotion ceremonies, it is a time-honored tradition for officers to take the oath to reaffirm their commitment to the Constitution of the United States.
I, Darian Butler,
I, Darian Butler,
having been appointed
having been appointed
an officer in the Army
an officer in the Army
of the United States
of the United States
in the grade of Major,
in the grade of Major,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I take this obligation freely,
and I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
and I will well
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of which I'm about to enter.
of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Major.
Thank you, sir.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newest major in the United States Army, Major Darian Butler.
So, many of you know I'm not a man of, I'm a man of very few words, very quiet, very shy. So all of this is very overwhelming. But I really appreciate everybody taking their time out to come out and support me in this promotion ceremony. It really means a lot to me. I have enjoyed working for this organization for this past year. This is like one of the best kept secrets the Army has, and it's one of the best organizations that I've worked for in my 16 years in the military. General Cummings, sir, thank you for taking your time out to come out here and be in this promotion ceremony and promote me to major. I'm really greatly appreciative of all you have taught me, the mentorship, the talks we've had. I know I can't speak for everybody in this room, but I'm really going to miss you as our PEO, and hopefully I'll get an opportunity to work with you sometime during the future. I'd like to thank my family. My parents came all the way from Columbia, South Carolina. My sister from Virginia to support me during this ceremony. It's really mean a lot to me. My family who couldn't be here today, you have supported me over 16, 18 years now in the military, and you have continued to push me to be the best I can be, and I really appreciate it. And I love you all so much, and hopefully, later on down the road, we have some more time to accomplish some more milestones together. So I really appreciate it. To my peers over here, officers, fellow officers.
Not all of them are peers now. You can get mad.
So my fellow officers, my friends, I really appreciate all of you. This has been a good journey. I know we've talked a lot, and this is like one of the best decisions that we made was to transfer to the Acquisition Corps. And every day I'm more appreciative of just the camaraderie we have and the friendship we have, the talks, the guidance and everything. So I really appreciate everything that you all have given me over this past year. I wouldn't be here without you all. I wouldn't be here without all the soldiers and NCOs and leaders over my past 16 years. The wonderful civilians here at Picatinny who have taught me this past year. Drinking from a fire hose, coming brand new to the Acquisition Corps, it's a lot to handle, but you all have, had patience with me and taught me well, and I continue to learn it every single day. So I really appreciate everybody here for taking time out to come out and celebrate with me. So on that note, I'll stop talking, and we can have some refreshments and finish the ceremony. Thank you.